actively receiving her calls, so I get it. But like at the same time, it was just like the fact of the matter, I guess. I don't know. Nobody knew how to find me or whatever. And my mom uh, contacted me through my grandma's phone because she knew that like I would at least open that or like listen to that, thinking that it was my grandma. So I just like randomly get a call one day that from my grandma, but it's my mom telling me that my grandma's dead and that she left me an inheritance, but because I wasn't there, uh, she had to put it into her account and that she would send me the money, um, which is just like not how things work, but whatever. So she sent me $2,000 again, which at the time was exactly what I needed because I was fucking stuck in a Walmart parking lot because I had moved out of that girl's house and uh, like a week later, I'd been really sick for a while, and like a week later, I went and validated my suspicions that I was pregnant, and I had been with this guy uh, since the beginning of the year, and um, I don't know. I was very conflicted at the time because I was like in Austin trying to do comedy and trying to like do entertainment, and that was like where my mindset was at. But then as soon as I got with him and like started being with him, and the longer that I was with him, the more that like I started wanting to settle down kind of, but I'm like very adamant about not doing that. Or I always have been, so like I was like fighting it. I was just having a hard time. So then when I was pregnant, like I was like adamant that I didn't want to keep it, but like at the same time, like he was like quite accepting of that. Um, and he just like didn't really like it. It was kind of triggering for both of us, and like he didn't really want to have to be there to support me through all like every fucking thing I was dealing with because I was just like I just ended up back in my car again, and now I'm fucking pregnant. And now it's like all this shit's going on, and like I didn't want him to be overburdened by it, something that we both had chosen. We both chose it, and then he had, stepped back, and it was for me to step back too, because then it takes two to tango, we weren't tangoing anymore. Um, but it's hard, and there was a lot of hard feelings on my end. Um, at least, I don't know, he always handles everything very like, doesn't usually outwardly express his emotions. He keeps it to himself and then, lets it out really only around his friend Dave, his best friend. And I mean, he's sometimes in front of me, but like he's always been really like weird about it afterwards. Where like I love it. I love his vulnerability. I love the way that he communicates with me. But I don't know. It was just a hard time, and I wasn't trying to put anything more on him. So like, the money was really nice because then I was stuck in Texas, with my car broken down and fucking pregnant, which meant that I couldn't get an abortion here. So the money I was able to use to fix my car and go to New Mexico, have the abortion, which I don't regret, but I did regret a lot. I don't know, just because it was such an intimate piece of mine, his relationship, and like it was something that I really did want with him. And I don't know, the actual like the baby itself like was so powerful. They're just like very gentle and very kind. Like just taught me all these things. It was weird. this whole process of like learning all these different things started up, and I just started becoming like super sentimental in ways that I hadn't been, and like I don't know, I just started seeing things differently for sure. And ugh, came back to my parents' house to try to sort out the stuff with the will, which I still haven't seen. And ended up just feeling, I mean, I felt like I was being like demonically attacked the entire time. Like I felt crazy. I felt like there's just this super heavy energy over me that was like keeping me real, like trying to make me feel super depressed and crazy. And it was weird because I was like in a fine place, and it just was like really super heavy all the time. And like my mom was just always, I don't know, things were always rough with me and my mom anyways. And like that's a whole other story. But I don't know, the tensions with the relationship with my family were really tough, just because like I'd been estranged for so long. And like I don't know, just the way that things had been handled between everybody, you know, myself included, it was all just really super tense. And I felt like it was me against, you know, having to defend myself against everybody, and I didn't even want to have to defend myself. I just wanted to like be able to get back on my feet, but I always just felt like all of my energy was going into having to defend myself. And so I was just like, but I got into like a really creative state, and I was like trying to stay in it. But the thing was that like just prior to getting to my parents' house, I was actively making money and actively doing art, and it was consistent for like several weeks. I was on an upswing, and then all of a sudden it just stopped completely, absolutely completely. And I haven't picked it up since, because it's just like my mom's a fucking vampire. I'm sorry. It's true though. I'm not trying to be mean like that. I'm not trying to be that way. Then I had to put my dog down. My car broke down first, and which was like a weird thing in of itself, just because of like the way that it happened. Like I had been driving back and forth to my storage unit just fine. There was no issues. And then the last time I drove it, all of a sudden it like started to, like, the last time that I drove it, it like was just leaking oil. And when I took it in, the radiator was busted, but it was busted as if it had like hit something. And there was like this like tree branch under there, and I was like, the fuck did that come from? I'm 99.999% sure that I didn't hit anything. I don't remember hitting anything, and there would be no reason that I wouldn't remember hitting anything. So that was just weird, but it was like, okay, so now my car doesn't fucking work. My ex is like, well, you can borrow my car for a while you try to find a job and work. But then like things just got weird. And I had to put my dog down, and that was just like, it felt like it was supposed to be like the cherry on top, you know what I mean? Like it was supposed to be the straw that broke the camel's back, but not even a straw. Like it's my fucking dog. Like she wasn't even just my dog. She was like literally my angel. Like she's so fucking precious and so good and just so sweet and so fucking incredible. I don't know, that there's a lot that goes into all of this shit. Like so much of that, like there's been so much that's gone on while I've been in and out of homelessness, and like it's not like, you know, I used to have these dreams and aspirations of being self-sufficient in the way that like, and I'm not against it by any means, but like, you know, like a hippie, like living just completely off the land, and you know, kind of being just like a dirty but like, you know, free loving person. And those were my ideals, but like, and it's not that I don't feel that way anymore, but it's like, I don't know, I have like, I just want to balance the things. Like I want to be able to like provide really nice things for myself and really like high quality experiences for myself. But I also like don't give a fuck about money or about status or like whoever's fucking popular or anything like that, you know. And that's what's always made it hard when I've been in like certain situations where I've had big opportunities to make large amounts of money, because like if it feels like I'm selling my soul, I'm not going to do it. I don't care how much money it makes me. It's not worth it to me. So I'm always like in this weird position of not having money, and it's whatever, and I've made the most of it, but it's not like it's ideal by any means. And like anybody that has money is probably not going to choose to be homeless. They're usually not going to. I can't say that. I literally just met a dude who worked for Wall Street and is actually a millionaire, but like lost all his shit or walked away from all his shit, lost all his shit because he walked away from it because he wanted to just, you know, he had to spiral. He spiraled out of control, but like at the same time, it was like that's what he wanted to do because he needed to know who he was and he wanted to feel himself after being so grieved by having lost his children and lost his wife after so many years. So I guess I can't judge anything at all. There's just different types of people that want to live different types of ways, and I think there is space for all of it, and I think it's all okay. But I have just been reanalyzing a lot of things because, like, I am not the one that gets to speak for other people when it comes to like what they want or what they need. They have to be able to do that for themselves. And as long as I'm the one doing the work, they're not doing it for themselves. And like part of what I thought I was doing was like exampling how to do the work. But the thing is that like it's not for me to example, like it's literally inside of people. And if they're not willing to know themselves, they're not going to. And it's true because like all of the stuff that I've been through, like, and now I've met so many different people too that like they've been through shit, man. They've been through the same hard shit that so many others have been through, but they chose a different response to it, you know. And sometimes they didn't, and sometimes it put them in worse situations. But like eventually, like we all ended up to where we're at right now. We're like they're in a better position for it, you know. And it's something that they've been able to make like the most of in such incredible ways. And it's like nobody could have forced that in them. Like they decided enough themselves at one point that that was what they were going to do. That they just got tired of their bullshit, you know, and or the bullshit or whatever, and just started taking responsibility for their lives. Like I don't know, I say that I want to build these communities where like we can all care for each other, but like those things do exist, and that's what I've been finding too, is like all of these different things I didn't really know existed. Like in the Midwest, people don't treat you well if you're homeless at all. And like not only do they not treat you well, like you're not supposed to exist. Like nobody wants to see that you do exist. Where like the further south that I went, like the more people are accustomed to it, and people are willing to like at least not, you know, I don't know, people like kind of turn a blind eye so that like you can sit and stay somewhere. Like people will even be willing to help out in ways that it's just not so common up in the Midwest without being asked something in return. And like that's part of it though, because like being able to contribute to the community is essential. Like that's everything. So those that don't contribute are inevitably like taking more than they're giving, and that's not sustainable. So, it's like it doesn't, it's like, I don't know, all of these concepts like are already out there. There isn't necessarily something I can do enough myself to do more. Like, I don't know, man. I just feel like I'm just feeling ways because, like, yeah, I get it. I get that this like weird Christ complex thing, like, it's really just a victim mentality. And like at the end of the day, like I don't. It's not my responsibility to make other people better, to make the world a better place. I can leave things better than I found them, in the sense that I can always do better myself and try to receive better for myself and of myself, and you know, try to give better from myself and of myself. But like, it's like if I can't truly love myself, which I do, and if I can't truly care for myself, which I do my best, and if I can't be fully self-actualized, which is an act of being, not just knowing, then like I can't be the one to like. And it's not like I can't do that for anybody else. And like the way that I see it more and more is that like it's because there isn't one innate like sense of like what's best for me is what's best for me, but what's best for you is what's best for you. And like who am I to say what that is? And who are you to deny what mine is or to like try to validate what mine is? Like we just need to worry about our own shit. But like also in the way that like we're all connected. So like worrying about ourselves is like when you truly think like try to care for yourself and truly try to like care for your own godhood and stuff, like you inevitably care for others because you realize your connectedness to all things, and like you don't disrespect yourself by lowering yourself to low vibrations of like jealousy and shit over like you recognize your godhood, so like you treat people with honesty and dignity, and all of those things just come innate. It's not this forced like this is what I do to be good. Like you can't do shit to be good. It's already good, And the evil is essential too, not evil. The balance thereof. Everything is good. Everything is good, but that perception that it isn't is like it's not that. That's the issue. It's like there is a difference. There is a variation. There is a subtle, slight deviation. And that's what makes it balanced. And it's good to define it as innately evil is the problem, and we do that, and then we turn everything into shit because everything is innately created of that eternal balance between the space that is and the space that isn't, and I tell you what, it's not fun to have dudes just like literally wave their boners at you all the time. I know that's weird for me to say because it's me. And I am who I have always been, right? But at the same time, I'm not. I think I'm tired. I've literally just like, I don't know. And like when you're like out on the road on your own 2 feet, when you don't have the security of a car to just be able to like drive wherever you want, get away from things as quickly as you want and stuff, like you start having to respond to things differently. Like I also like had a cleansing that like really did change a lot of like those deep rooted like bullshit toxicities that I had. Like those weren't good roots, they were just deeply rooted. They'd been loved on for so long, or paid attention to for so long, or whatever, stimulated for so long. But I just don't like, I don't care about that shit like that anymore. And I don't, it's weird, but like, in part two, like, because it had been a while since I'd gone without watching porn. Um, quite a long time. So, I tried to not masturbate multiple times, and I could go like a week or so, but I would always find myself going back to it. Now it's been, even after just a couple weeks, and now it's been as long as I've been out, it's been like 7 weeks. So almost 2 months that I haven't watched any porn, something like that. Maybe over that. I don't know. And I don't know. I just find myself feeling differently about things, but like at the same, like, especially because like I've been sexually assaulted before, and like I've been like belittled about it to the point of like treating it like it's nothing, because I get it, and that's just what guys do. But at the same time, like, I don't know, it's just annoying as hell. Like, I'm not offended, like, oh my god, I can't believe this. Like, no, I fucking have had it happen so many times. It's fucking annoying. But like, I don't like it. I don't like being practically assaulted just fucking everywhere I go, because dudes, you could be nice to a guy and suddenly it's like literally just taking the stick out and jerking it at you, and you're like, the fuck are you doing? What is even going on? Come on, you want it. Like, I really don't. Come on, you do. Like, what is even happening right now? What the fuck? And then I just leave. I just have to leave all these situations. Weird. I just get weird. All of a sudden somebody has their dick out. Like, I'm not gonna stick around. It's fucking weird. And I have, and I'm more and more, I'm just so tired of this shit. I have stayed in bad situations, but I've also like been in like surprisingly fine situations. But like part of it's like hard to me to the point where people are like, aren't you scared? And I'm like, it's the worst that you're gonna do. Rape me, kill me. I don't give a fuck. Like, you're the first person that's tried to rape or kill me. It's literally just, and that's what's so annoying about it, because it's like these people think like that they're special, and I don't get it. I literally have had, I'm not kidding, I've had like a dozen different fucking dudes in the last like 7 weeks just like confess their love to me, like in insane ways, like singing me love songs and like promising me the world, literally promising me the world, and like trying to flash all this money at me and trying to just offer me literally fucking anything on exchange for marriage. And it's really fucking weird. I think it's really fucking weird. It rubs me the wrong way. And it just makes me respect certain people more for not engaging with certain things with me, because they're not trying to hurt me. It's just like, I don't know. I like the sense of humanity. I get it. I don't blame people for their sins in so many ways. But at the same time, I'm done trying to save people from their sins too, because that's not for me to do. It's just not. It's not. It's not what's happening anymore. Now people can save themselves. And that takes knowing yourself. And I can't do that for you. So, I don't know. I've just been having these epiphanies about these things where like I ask all these questions and try to get so deep about it, but now it's like, you don't even gotta get deep about it. Like, things are so fucking surface level at this point. Like, things are surface level at this point. It's all the dude that I'm, that I love him. I love him. I would love to be this close partner. But, that's not where we're at. And, but I saw his best friend today, and like, I saw him this morning because I had spent the night over there, and he was like, oh, hey. It's like, hey. So I haven't seen him for a minute. It's like, how have you been? And he's like, I've been having a lot of really demonic dreams lately. I was was like, all right, so he was like, how did you sleep? I was like, no, well, I didn't sleep very well. And I said, oh, I'm sorry, was that my fault? And he was like, well, yeah, I've been in better this morning. Like, laugh about it, but like, we're talking about real shit, like spiritual shit. He's very sensitive, and I'm very sensitive. Um, we are, like, I knew when he was in the house, I got really anxious, but I didn't say anything. And then, like, I was just like trying to deflect. And then as I came up the stairs, the guy was like, oh, there's my friend. There's Jam. He's like, hey. He's very friendly and very nice, but I know that there's just like a lot of weird energy. And that's for another, that's not really for anybody between me and him. And my guy to try to sort shit out. Anyways, but he said, I've been having a lot of demonic dreams lately. And he was like, but the thing is that, like, just like not an abnormal conversation for us to have, to be clear. But then he's like, but the thing is that, like, they're not, like, it used to be like weirder because it would be people getting possessed and stuff, and it was a lot more like occultic, but now, like, it's just straight out in the open, and like I'm actively seeing like demons and shit. I was like, then I went and took a shower. I like didn't even respond that much to it because that's just a loaded little basket. Then I went and took a shower, and there's just so much. That's a lot. But yeah, shit's been wild. Shit's been wild, and I watched the show Primal, and I watched a couple of these animes that all just like spoke to me in really, really, really deep ways. And I knew I was going to wake up today and feel very differently than I have before. And I've been waiting for this feeling. I thought it's been coming in pieces, and it's been coming, in waves. And it started with the last full moon. I don't know where the moon is now. It might be a new moon. I have no fucking idea. But yeah, things have just been things have been wild, and it's not. I've just learned a lot. I mean, yeah, this definitely isn't what I want to keep doing with myself. But at the same time, like, I was thinking today, where like if I got paid to come out and do this with an actual videographer or something, like, would that be different? Would that be better? And would I do it? Probably, depending. I don't know. Still got mixed feelings. I mean, yeah, would that be a dream of mine? Yeah, but so it would be not having to do anything for everyone. I don't know. I don't mean it like that. It comes across as so selfish because I'm still trying to process these things, balance them out. So I just have these two extremes. I don't know. That's an expression. I just wanted to get out some negativity.